Hello, good evening. Welcome to Sammy's Tarot Astrology reading. I am so happy to be here with you tonight. And so what we're going to do, and which you might know if you've been on here, we're going to start by touching in with the sound bowl and taking a few breaths together, enjoying that vibration. Then I will talk a bit about the stars and what's happening in the sky right now. And then we will... Hi, welcome. And then we're going to pull some cards. So it should be really fun. And thank you for being here. Okay. And if you want to take a deep breath with me, and then we'll chant Om together. Inhaling. Beautiful. So tonight we are still with our moon in Taurus just for another 3 hours or so. And at about the stroke of midnight, the moon is moving from Taurus into Gemini. So we're looking forward to a couple days of that airiness, that quick thinking and clear communicating, inspiration, energy, the desire to use our mouths to communicate and talk more than snack. I'm half kidding. Taurus does much more than snack, we know. But so that should be a breath of fresh air, especially since the sun is still in Libra. So we'll have a nice trine between the sun and the moon, and that brings about a lot of harmony between our emotions and our personality, and lets us really be ourselves and be in touch with our feelings and enjoy that. So then at the same time, we have a trine happening between Uranus in Taurus right now and Venus in Virgo. So those are both earth signs, and Uranus is a lot about being original, being an individual, thinking outside the box, and that's happening in Taurus, which is also sensual and hardworking. So there's that, and that's in this beautiful harmony with Venus in Virgo, which is also very sensual and also very hardworking and a little more on the romantic side. So we have these two placements that are amplifying our ability to love and to be original and to really be ourselves, and at the same time really connect. So that's happening. And over the next few days, so we're going to move through Gemini, the moon in Gemini for a couple of days, which will be fun for all of us, I'm sure. And all my fellow Geminis out there, I'm sure will really enjoy it. And then what's interesting is that by the time we hit Friday, if we look forward a little bit, there's going to be like a really beautiful geometry, symmetrical geometry happening on the sky map. And if you're interested, I could DM you a picture of it. If you want to see it, let me know. But what's going to happen is, because we're going to have the moon in Cancer opposite Capricorn, and what we've had for a long time now, for months, and we'll have it until December, at least, and to some degree into January, we've had Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto in Capricorn, which is a lot of earth energy and about power and about leadership and governance, and those three together. And we haven't really had much happening in Cancer. There haven't been a lot of planets moving through Cancer for a while, so they've sort of just been doing their thing over there in a square with Mars and Aries. So that creates like a sort of tension, as opposed to softening those planets in Capricorn. It brings like this heat to the earth, and it makes it more intense. But now that we're going to have the moon this coming Friday, after it passes through Gemini in Cancer, opposite that, it's going to shine sort of some more intuitiveness and sensitivity onto all of the action happening in Capricorn. And at the same time that that's happening, we have the trines that it will be making too. So we have the sun in Libra, and we have opposite the sun, we have Mars in Aries. And so the moon is going to be trining those two at the same time that the moon is opposite the sun, squaring with Mars. So there's, it's going to be, I think, a really exciting time. It'll be interesting to see what develops Friday, but it seems like things are going to fall into place, that there will be a really beautiful balance, a lot of energy, probably breakthrough, and a good feeling of harmony and beauty. So that's something to be looking forward to over the next few days. And with that, let's pull a few cards tonight and see what we have. And I'm going to be shuffling for a moment on my beautiful tarot mat, which my love surprised me with. Isn't it beautiful? So as I shuffle, I invite you to take a few deep breaths and reflect on anything that you might want some extra clarity or attention on. If you're good, if there's nothing, then just take some breaths along with us and just enjoy whatever comes up, and we'll see. And this is for everyone who happens to be watching right now, for us all. So let's breathe in, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold it out, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, exhale. I love that breathing, the 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. I recommend it to everybody. It's a great way to fall asleep too, I think. Okay. So I'm going to think a little bit with this reading just about how to really make the most of the moon in Gemini the next couple of days. I happen to be a Gemini, and so I really want to enjoy the juice of this Gemini moon the next few days, and really feel the inspiration and feel the great ideas, and let them flow out of me and help me to communicate effectively and playfully and originally in my relationships, and also with the work I'm doing. So let's see what comes up. I'm going to pull out 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, our first card, the Tower. Wow, you guys, we had this yesterday. Okay. It's about the beauty of things that aren't working to break down and make space for something better to be rebuilt in its place. And if there's ever anything that feels like it's uncomfortable or changing somehow, that it's like a beautiful opportunity to say, okay, what was that, whatever the element was that allowed for that, what is something that is deeper and more deeply rooted and more harmonious and more balanced that I can summon to be in that spot. A beautiful card. There's lightning, there's a lot of energy, there's some free fall, but ultimately it's a card of turning point towards the better. So we have the Tower. Our next card. We have the Hermit. The Hermit can be a card that is connected with Aquarius. It can be connected with Neptune. We have Neptune in Pisces right now, which is about dreaminess. And also, to some degree, I think, with Virgo. But what you have here is somebody who is in this solitary place, and they are holding this bright star, and they're looking down. So it's a card of introspection and meditation. I think it's always a good reminder, okay, I'm gonna take some time to sit still and meditate and watch my thoughts, and make sure that, sort of like the hermit is holding this container, holding this star. And since we are moving into Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and is very fast and is very social and very connected, I think having the sun in Libra reminds us to have the balance with that energy. And it's like, okay, to enjoy that sociability and connectedness and the speed of the mind, but to also be able to contain it and to observe the thoughts, and observe, even if it's like this bright star, this shining, beautiful star, this enticing, energizing star, it's still important to be aware of the container of ourselves and what we do and what we say and how we use that brightness and that energy. And meditation, I think, is a really powerful way, in my experience, to stay observant. So I'm going to remember to meditate very deeply the next couple of days with the moon in Gemini. And our third card tonight. The Three of Swords. So we have 3 swords here cutting into a heart, and then there's this rain happening. And what this makes me think of also is we do have the moon moving into Cancer by the end of the week, and I was just talking about what's happening Friday, how the moon will be in Cancer opposite 3 major planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto, in Capricorn. And there is this tension in the opposition, but it's also a release. And if there is pain in the heart, that's okay, and the release can be felt. But the swords are a suit of air, we know, air, swords, thoughts, ideas. So at the end of the day, they're just thoughts, and just like the weather, they change quickly. And if there are these sword-like thoughts cutting into the heart and causing pain, there is an opportunity to remove those swords and to change the thoughts. It's a very changeable, mutable suit. And so this is not a pain that is permanent. It's not a pain that is even real. It's just this fleeting, like a flash storm, a flash rainstorm that comes and goes. Because the 3 is a very low number. You know, we go up to 10 with every suit. There's aces, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. And the 3 is still kind of at the beginning of things. It's like a little bump in the road on the way towards greater understanding. So yeah, there you have that. So I'm seeing there's a lot of rebuilding and releasing and introspectiveness that seems to be called for us tonight and tomorrow. So if you have anything coming up that is needing to be rebuilt, or a space to build something new, or a feeling of pain caused by certain ideas, a great way to move through that, I think, is to remember the hermit and remember to observe our ourselves and our thoughts, and to really harness the light and the power of our brightness and our energy, and to shine it purposefully. So maybe I'll do because of that, maybe I'll do a live meditation tomorrow morning if you want to join me. I usually meditate right here on this spot early in the morning. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. It'll probably be around 6 or 7 Eastern Standard Time in the morning. And in the meantime, I hope you have a beautiful evening, a beautiful last couple of hours in Taurus. And if you're catching this tomorrow, that you have a really fun, playful Gemini couple of days. And yes, there's the meditation, but the last thing I'll leave you with is Gemini is a playful sign. It's a youthful sign. It uses words and body and expression and thinking and surprise and games and dance and song and riddle and puzzle and laughter and all of these things to explore and to connect. So these are things that we can enjoy a little bit more fully in the next couple. So there you have it. Let's listen to the sound bowl, and then we'll say good night for the evening. Thank you so much for being here with me. Oh, I just got a phone call. Must be Gemini moon coming up. Lots of communicating. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening, and I will see you in the morning and again tomorrow night. Take care.